We are 24 hours away from the biggest moment of President Trump's second term. He is promising an announcement on Ukraine during his joint address to Congress tomorrow. Trump reportedly just cut off all weapon shipments to Ukraine. They're calling it a pause at the White House. In other words, it's punishment for Zelensky's behavior in the Oval Office. And as we told you on Friday, Zelenskyy badly misread the room. Trump's base, of course, is going to love it. And without question, what was announced today is another huge win for Vladimir Putin. There's no other way to put it. It might be the art of the deal. It might be Trump's 4D chess. But right now, Ukraine is weaker, and that makes Vladimir Putin the winner. But let's put aside winners and losers, the spin, the events, and answer a very simple but important question. Is America safer right now than it was on Friday morning? That's our Why It Matters memo, that question. We're going to answer it. The president's job is to make America safer and stronger. But after the Trump-Zelenskyy fight, we are neither safer or stronger. America is not more feared by our enemies. America is not more respected by our allies. And yes, as I said, Zelenskyy royally screwed up in his meeting with Donald Trump. Zelenskyy is an egomaniac. We called that 3 years ago. But also, we have to call things as they are on the other side. On Friday and again today, Vladimir Putin won. He is a murderous dictator. He is an enemy of the United States. And he's once again a winner today. Democrats say Trump is turning the White House into effectively a Russian embassy.
It appears that President Trump and Vice President Vance not only are abandoning them, but appear to be abandoning many of our Eastern European allies.
If we persist in walking away from Ukraine, it will be the greatest geopolitical mistake that this country's made since World War II.
It is absolutely shameful what is happening right now. The White House has become an arm of the Kremlin.
Okay, that's just totally lunacy. And it also undermines Democrats' credibility on the issue of Ukraine, because reasonable people can disagree. And it completely misses how America feels right now. Because America is tired of bankrolling Zelensky's forever war. And America doesn't really care about whether or not Russia or Ukraine has the Donbass. But this whole thing about calling Trump Putin's puppet just falls flat. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton handed Putin's chief henchman a big reset button. There we go, was going to reset relations. Nobody called Obama a Putin puppet. But the fact of the matter is, what's been happening in Ukraine for the past 3 years isn't working. America's policy effectively has failed and has created this endless pit of money and an endless meat grinder of lives. Be good if both of those things stopped. It'd also be good if Vladimir Putin wasn't rewarded. That was the conversation Friday in the Oval Office. And after it, Zelenskyy flew to Europe. He'd gotten kicked out of the Oval Office, no deal, and the Europeans spent all weekend trashing Trump. Now Europe must put their money and their weapons where their mouth is. The problem is they don't have any money. They don't have any weapons. Europe is weak, broke, and idealistic. It's a terrible way to go through life. The Kremlin spokesman said Russia and America are now more aligned. And that was before Trump cut off Ukrainian weapons. Right now, they are doing cartwheels in Moscow. So how being on the same page as Putin, being more aligned with Putin, as a good thing escapes me, but I'm an old school guy. I believe in right versus wrong. Here's the response to that accusation from President Trump.
It takes two to tango, and you're going to have to make a deal with Russia, and you're going to have to make a deal with Ukraine. You're going to have the assent, and you're going to have the consent from the European nations, because I think that's important, and from us. I think everybody has to get into a room, so to speak, and we have to make a deal.
All right, so Trump wants to get a deal. Hopefully it is the right deal. So maybe Trump kicking Zelenskyy out Friday gets him to the table, gets Zelenskyy softened up. Maybe cutting off Zelensky's weapons shows him that Trump can't be bullied by the media. Maybe playing cutesy with Putin softens Putin up and gets him to the table. We don't know the answers to any of those things. They're all maybes. And yes, Trump could pull off the deal of the century that puts Putin in his place, gives security guarantees to Ukraine, they mine trillions of dollars in minerals, and everything's great. All of those are possibilities. Putin winning on Friday and again today is real. Putin winning is bad. It makes America less safe. Now it's Trump's job to fix that. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.